So what's the story on this one, Gary?
Well, this was an American alligator that was, someone asked me to come and get. And when I got there, I was pretty surprised at what I saw. The gator was in a water trough, a horse's water trough, and it was all tangled up in a chain link fence. And we had to cut the chains out. Of course, he wasn't being very cooperative, and the wire was embedded right into his flesh.
When you know an animal's dangerous, you're cautious about it. So you just don't want to put yourself in harm's way.
Gary Oliver has over 300 exotic animals. With the help of a few staff and several volunteers, he provides a home for them in a place he calls Cinemazoo. Cinemazoo because many of the animals work in the film industry. Our story begins roughly 2 weeks before the new regulation was introduced. We wanted to get Gary's thoughts about the impending change and how it might affect him. He and his crew of volunteers were on location for the filming of a Mitsubishi commercial. You might have seen it. A beautiful girl stops driving her car when she sees all these frogs on the road.
Kiss me, please.
Oh God.
Cinemazoo provided the frogs for this commercial, and Gary wrangled them as well.
Oh wow, hi there. Hey there.
You'll be on the
big
road,
guy.
and when you pick them up,
Yeah.
okay, you'll pick them up like this, and then you can put them in your hand like this,
Okay.
and then maybe stroke them.
Okay.
You know, and then
This is actually how Cinemazoo got started over 20 years ago. People who wanted their cat or their dog in the movies would come to Gary and he'd act as their agent. And soon he started working as a wrangler too. Over the years, Gary's provided animals for shows like Bird on a Wire, 101 Dalmatians, Snakes on a Plane, Double Exposure, Little Mosque on the Prairie, and X-Files. In time, other people started bringing him other animals. These animals were more exotic: Komodo dragons, lizards, skinks, snakes, large birds, millipedes, spiders, even alligators. Are you still taking in rescue animals?
Uh-huh. Ask me why.
Why?
I don't know. I can't say no, that's why.
The usual story was that they bought the animal thinking it was cute, and then soon discovered it was too difficult to take care of. And Cinemazoo became known as a rescue organization. Gary started getting calls to take in animals that had been abandoned or abused.
No, it's a corn snake, that's what it is.
Corn snake, eh?
Yeah.
It's not venomous or anything?
No, not at all.
Okay. Oh, I was emptying out some garbage and I saw a black plastic garbage bag that was tied up, and I saw some movement in it, just a tiny bit of movement, so I pulled it out and I ripped it open, and sure enough there was a snake in there. I wasn't sure whether it was injured or just barely alive, but I guess it turns out because it was so cold that it had slowed down. I'm just happy that it's safe.
Well, I'm happy you took the time to call us and bring it in, because
Thank you.
It would have been a horrible death for it in a dump someplace. And,
Absolutely.
Gary became a passionate advocate for the animals.
survived long enough to get to the dog. You hold its tail, and then you give me your hand here, and you hold its head.
But restrictions in the new regulation might mean the end of his outreach work, at least any involving the caimans or the longer snakes. The ones Gary thinks he needs to make his audiences really sit up and pay attention.
Now, if you handle them properly and take good care of them and keep them healthy, they're easy to handle. But so many people neglect them, abuse them, and then they become dangerous. We have to get them registered, and if we get them registered, that only means we can keep them. It doesn't mean I can use them for anything else like educational programs, or I can't have the public come in and see them.
Part of Gary's concern today stems from a warning he received during a heads-up visit from Fish and Wildlife earlier this month.
He was telling me a lot of negative things that, you know, oh, we're going to take this away from you, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. He had me concerned.
This law is affecting lots of other animal organizations, but Gary's organization is the largest, and he's the most high profile.
If I stay in the same position I'm in right now, it'll put me out of business. And I don't know what would happen to the animals.
Top on the list of solutions is getting accredited as a proper zoo. But this zoo is overcrowded and falling apart. Not long ago, one of the alligators broke through a wall. Gary would love to move the animals to a better place. His dream is actually to have an ecology center.
Like I wanted to have my own theater and my own seminar halls, my own nature clubs, my own junior zookeeping course.
All of this would take big bucks. In the meantime, he's exploring his options. First on the list, joining the Greater Vancouver Zoo.
They've already got the memberships, they've got approval, they've got everything there. And they can merge their animals with my animals into one great big center. I probably can do more business for them and bring more attention to the zoo and bring in kids in and families in, because I see over between 50 and 75,000. Yeah, I gotta run.
Gotta run.
Okay.
But bottom line, if he can't find a home for the animals, they could all be euthanized.
See you guys later. You gonna leave?
No, we're gonna be around.